Hey, it's Terry Bontemps. Here's an incredible story about not having an estate plan and not knowing how money and wealth is made in real estate. The four key indicators of wealth are homeownership and equity, investments, and inheritance. Having an estate plan is how you pass assets and inheritance to future generations. First and foremost, I want to pay homage and respect to the two property tycoons in the Banker movie, Bernard Garrett from Texas and Joe Morris from Oakland. So again, that's why I'm dressed like I am, so I can represent that era of time. These two heroes were erased from history. People need to see this movie. The kids, grandkids, and future generations need to see this positive, uplifting, inspirational message of how two African-American heroes and how they built wealth by achieving the American dream, and they did that by owning real estate. Let's talk inheritance. That's the topic today. That's the financial intelligence topic, because it's an important part of the conversation that we need to have about building wealth for future generations. The reason I love the Banker movie is because of all the math, all the formulas, and the number crunching in order to properly analyze a real estate deal to know if it will make you a profit or not. If you're making profits, how can you pass your inheritance on to your children's children? See, I have a revocable living trust. My uncle, my mother, they had revocable living trusts. The Internal Revenue Service announced the official estate and gift tax for 2020. What this means is an individual with a revocable living trust can leave $11.58 million, and a married couple can leave $23.16 million to heirs and pay no federal or gift tax. Better than a will is a revocable living trust. A revocable living trust is totally private, and if written correctly, can't be contested. Let's talk numbers. There's a house that a family owns that they bought for $55,000. The house is paid off and there's no mortgage. Unfortunately, the mother of the family passes without a will. Without an estate plan and no will, the property enters probate. Over time, the property was not updated. The property needs $100,000 worth of repairs. As is, the current value of the property is $75,000. If the property were to be renovated and brought up to current market value, it'd be worth $175,000. That's what the comps are in the area for that identical property. The heirs decide to sell the property to real estate investors for $75,000. The real estate investor is going to buy the property, fix it up, and sell it using a realtor, similar to what they do on the HGTV shows. Bottom line, the heirs sold the mother's home with an after-repaired value of $175,000 for $75,000 to the HGTV house flippers. The heirs left $100,000 on the table by not being educated on how investors make money. This is how our community loses money to the HGTV house flippers, by not knowing how money's made in real estate. The heirs could have paid contractors $50,000 to do the work and kept the other $50,000. Maybe the heirs didn't have the money to pay to have the property repaired. The property was owned free and clear and worth $175,000. They could have easily got a loan without qualifying because of the value of the property. Remember, the house was in probate. So let's go back to the $75,000 the heirs received for selling their mother's house. It costs money to be in probate, and those costs come from the heirs, which is the $75,000 that they received for selling their mother's house. From the $75,000, the heirs only received $40,500 after deducting probate costs. They lost $34,500 because there was no estate plan, such as a revocable living trust, set up to pass the assets to. If there would have been a revocable living trust set up, the heirs could have kept $75,000, and there would not have been any cost deducted from the sale of the property. Now let's go back to the heirs fixing up the property themselves and then selling the property for $175,000. They would have kept the net profits after paying for repairs. They could have kept the net profits tax-free. They would not have had to pay any fees or any costs associated with selling their mom's home because of the revocable living trust. Number one, the heirs received $40,500 for not having an estate plan set up like a revocable living trust. They lost $34,500. Number two, the heirs received $75,000 for selling their mother's house from the house flippers. If they would have rehabbed their mother's house themselves, just like the house flippers, they could have sold the house and made more money. This is just an estimation. I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but I'm going to run some numbers for you, some typical things that we do as real estate investors. Let's say the house again had $175,000 value. If we took $50,000 for the repairs, including the contractor's costs, that would net a net profit of $125,000. Heirs could have received $125,000 of profit tax-free instead of the $40,500 if there was an estate plan set up like a revocable living trust, and if they knew how money and building wealth is made investing in real estate. The heirs would not have lost money, which is money that belongs to them, not the lawyers, the estate costs, etc. Again, this is how our community lose money to the HGTV house flippers by not knowing how money's made in real estate. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps. I've been investing in real estate for over 30 years. I bought my first house in 1980 when I was 21 years old. I bought real estate in California, Nevada, Arizona, Illinois, New York, and Florida. I've been the bank just like in the banker movie. I bought loans from banks across the United States. The largest deal had 175 first loans that were non-performing that I was trying to flip to a hedge fund. Matter of fact, I'm one of the world's leading experts at buying second non-performing loans. I've been buying loans from banks since 2001. I have over 260 videos on YouTube teaching people how to invest in real estate. My coaching students right now are making some of the most money per deal currently in the United States. I have a student that I taught in Detroit that made $1.2 million on one deal in 1 hour. One deal, 1 hour. Oh man, simply by coming to the bank. I'll leave the link in this video so you can listen to the both of us discussing that deal. I have another student. She made $400,000 in 9 months on one deal. She makes $2,100 a month passive income on another deal. She became the bank and bought 18 notes. She increased her net worth to $1.5 million in 10 months from what I taught her about investing in real estate. I'm so honored to see a movie like The Banker because it's a model for what it takes to be a successful real estate investor trying to achieve the American dream. This movie is about financial empowerment, and what I want to do is contribute to this movie by adding the tools you need to be financially successful as a real estate investor, similar to Bernard, Garrett, and Joe Morris. Okay? I've developed a mobile app. It's called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. It's a monopoly type game that I use to teach my coaching students how to invest in real estate. It's real life with real world investing strategies. It includes how to make $5,000 in the next 30 days, flipping houses as a wholesaler, how to fix and flip houses like they do on HGTV, how to be a landlord, how to buy notes from banks. Remember in the Banker movie that banks were the other side of the real estate, which is absolutely true. And that's what note buying is all about. Buying notes allows you to become the bank. Again, this is something I've been doing since 2001. How to borrow money to fund your deals from money partners, private lenders, and hard money lenders. In the Banker movie, Bernard Garrett's first partner split the deals with him 50-50. And I'll show you exactly how to do 50-50 deals in my mobile app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. I'll also show you how to buy loans and notes in both for banks and flip them to hedge funds. There's 8 different levels of training that give you similar to how Matt Steiner learned from Bernard Garrett in the Banker movie. I'll give you 3 free levels to try out to see if you're serious about learning how to invest in real estate. It costs $20 to purchase the complete game, which is all 8 levels. You can download my app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, from the Google Play Store or App Store. I will leave you the links to my YouTube videos so that you can see me demonstrating all 8 levels of my app. And if you notice, again, my app is called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, which I developed 5 years ago. And the Banker movie both have the word bank in their description. That's why I'm such a strong supporter of the movie. Again, I feel like I'm Bernard Garrett after what I've went through, my 30 years of investing, being a real estate investor. Again, I'm calling this project where I'm teaming up with the Banker movie to teach people all over the world how to invest in real estate. The Banker 8-Day Wealth Challenge. I'm donating my mobile app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, to teach you how Bernard Garrett and Joe Morris actually invested in real estate. You can learn on your smartphone from the comfort of your own home. The first thing I need you to do, the first thing you need to do is watch the Banker movie. It's the best movie that I've ever seen because of the financial intelligence, because of the financial education, because of the financial empowerment journey that you go on with Bernard Garrett and Joe Morris. The reason I'm calling it the Banker 8-Day Wealth Challenge is because in 8 days, I want to teach you using my mobile app called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire how to make money and build wealth investing in real estate. So let me go over the 8 levels. The 8 levels again are: number 1, wholesaling; number 2, fix and flip; number 3, being a landlord; number 4, note buying notes from banks; number 5, how to fund your deals using a money partner; number 6, how to fund your deals using a private lender; 7, how to fund your deals using a hard money lender; number 8, how to buy REOs and notes in bulk to flip to hedge funds. Let me give you a little warning in advance. My app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, is not for gamers. My app is not one where you click buttons and become a millionaire. My app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, is for people who are serious about learning about real estate. It's for people who are serious about making money and building wealth. My app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, is packed with formulas, deal analysis, real estate math, number crunching, percentages, return on investment, profit margin percentage, ROI, estimated profits, maximum allowable offers, wholesale maximum allowable offers, etc., etc., etc. Again, these formulas are similar, the same type of financial numbers and calculations in the Banker movie that Bernard Garrett learned from the rich businessman as a young man, and the same ones he taught Matt Steiner so they could buy the Bankers Building and numerous banks. If you don't like math, please save yourself the time and effort of not purchasing my Bank Foreclosure Millionaire app. It's not for you. Sorry. I'm interested in helping as many people as I possibly can. That's affordable. I have a coaching program for anyone that's looking for personal one-on-one help. That's $29.95, but I'm not here to sell that program, you guys. I want to be able to help as many people as I possibly can by offering you my app, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. This is Terry Bontemps. I'm wishing you success, health, wealth, happiness, and prosperity.